Oh, but we are in such a glorious hour of the mighty outpouring of the third person of the Trinity. And as I get ready to go back to the United States in the not too distant future, as my plans progress, I don't know how my plans will progress, but this very morning I got a call from the United States. Asking me how and when I will be returning, and I'm very positive to see the development of the situation amongst the very church, the very ministry, the very church, even the Crystal Cathedral in California, the very development. God is getting ready at this very hour, this very time for glorious, great outpouring of the Holy Spirit. Very much like the book of Acts. In the book of Acts, like we saw in the book of Acts, outpouring of the Holy Spirit amongst the 120 in the upper room. Oh, but we didn't expect it to see it like that. We didn't expect it to receive it like that. Our terms. We want it on our terms. And God is getting ready for a very removal of the walls of Jericho. He's getting ready for the very removal of the walls of Jerusalem. Every season of inspecting the ruins. Leave the ruins on the ground. Leave the ruins on the ground. I have Christians that are trying to rebuild the wall of Jerusalem while I'm busy, while the church is busy. Leave the ruins on the ground. We are in the season of inspection of the ruins. Inspection of the ruins. We are not in a season of rebuilding. Very removal of the wall. Very removal of the wall between God and the man, God and the things of the Holy Spirit, God and the people. Very entering into the Holy of Holies, very entering into the very seat of Christ, the very seat of the Word, for a very expounding of the Word, eating of the Word made flesh, very consuming eating of the Word. Oh, what a glorious hour of the church. What a glorious hour of manifestation of the very things of the Holy Spirit. And yet I see, as I move, pastors and ministers trying to stop the process of the very outpouring and the very flow of the Holy Spirit in diapers. Standing around in diapers trying to stop the flow of the process of the Holy Spirit. And I believe that we are in a season of such great transfiguration of the church. We are in such a great, glorious season, such a great season of transfiguration of the church. And you say, well, what do you mean, transfiguration of the church? We are in a season of such great manifestation and transfiguration of the things of the Spirit that we will be caught up, literally, in the realm of the Spirit. We will be caught up, literally. I'm not referring to the coming of Christ. I'm referring to a literal transfiguration, a catching up in the realm of the Spirit, in the things of the Spirit. Very much like we see in the Old Testament where Moses was on the mount, and also where Jesus was on the Mount of Transfiguration. A very illumination of our features, a very illumination of our face, like Moses, where he had to shield his face from the people. We are in such a great season, I believe, of transfiguration of the church. A glorious manifestation of the glory of God, the presence of God in all its glory. That the veil is rent in two. The veil is rent. That God's glory be manifest in all its wisdom to the church, with no man standing in between, with no division standing in between. Such a great impartation, such a great manifestation of the church. For too long, man has tried to hinder the things of the Spirit, hinder the flow of the Holy Spirit. That the very priests that have come into the Holy of Holies, the very priests that have entered in, like in the time of the Old Testament, have died at the feet, of the altar, have died at the feet of the Holy of Holies in the tabernacle. It's their very own rebellion and their very own rebellious ways, their very own sin and hindrance to the things of the Spirit. A very jingling of the bells, a very jingling of the pomegranates of the bells on the very hem of the garments. Not another one.